Oh fuck. Fuck. How you guys doing? It's the gaming optimist talking about TNA Impact. Man, I've been thinking about this shit for a long time. I've been really wanting to talk about this. Um, this is technically my first wrestling review on the channel. Um, 2005, I fell in love with wrestling. I grew up knowing about wrestling because my older brother liked WCW and WWF. Um, my mom also, kind of like some of it too. Had some history with it with Roddy Piper and everything. Um, I fell in love with an episode of SmackDown and just I watched the living shit out of it. I was like, man, this is so great, and I just got hooked. I loved the Undertaker since I was a kid, and to know that he was still wrestling in the year 2005, it was so distant from when I was born in '92 that I was like, hey, this is possible. He's still wrestling. Like, what? He's got to be old as fuck, right? And 2006, I think that's when I started watching Raw because it was like in the later half of 2005. It was after Eddie Guerrero died because I remember that was a big deal in school, and I was like, "Who is Eddie Guerrero?" And then I remember WCW versus NWO World Tour that I played as a kid. I was like, Eddie Guerrero. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Um, and then 2006, I was like really into I started watching Raw, and then I was flipping through channels and found TNA Impact, and I was like, this is a nice. And 2006, 2007, I think those 2 years really were the best years for the company of TNA Impact. Now known as Impact Wrestling, they got rid of the TNA for obvious reasons. TNA, for those who don't know, is tits and ass. It for here, it's total nonstop action. No, it's tits and ass. Um, but the video game made by Midway, um, it's really the reason why I really wanted to play it. I think my brother got it. He got SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, first wrestling game. Not the first wrestling game I've ever played, but one of the first wrestling games we played since being done with our wrestling, moving on from wrestling and as in video games and becoming wrestling fans. That was our first wrestling game as wrestling fans. And then TNA Impact, he got that too. I was so fucking jealous. I'm like, dude, let me play these games. Um, and then I finally was able to, and I gotta tell you, I'm not gonna lie, this is a great fucking game. I beat it. Let's talk about it. In this game, you take control of a wrestler by the name of Suicide. Suicide was on top of the world. He was the TNA heavyweight champion of the world. Then the LAX, Latin American Exchange, Homicide and Hernandez, who had approached the champ before he actually won the title, would jump him because he was supposed to throw the match. Now in Mexico, Suicide doesn't remember who he is or why the hell he's dressed the way he is, but wrestling's in his blood, so he starts climbing back to the top in no time with his memories slowly returning. Other than this unique career mode, you've got your exhibition matches where you can pick from a handful of TNA's finest talent. TNA at the time was amazing. It was a great alternative to WWE, but over the years, it's really gone downhill, unfortunately. And most people don't really care for this game, but I highly enjoyed playing this. It's very repetitive gameplay. The only good part about the repetition, the story is what keeps it going. That Suicide was beaten so badly to a bloody pulp that he was unrecognizable. It's pretty fucking crazy. Pretty over the like, cross the line. TNA crossed the line. Um, and he, I don't even mention this review. Oh my god. So yeah, he moves on. He keeps fighting. This is around the same time Christian Cage was a part of the company, uh, also known as Christian from WWE fanboys. He just signed with AEW. Um, Fuck, who else was in this? Was Booker T in this game? I think Booker was in this game. Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, of course. Samoa Joe, AJ Styles are legends in TNA. And Kurt Angle is as well because he technically spent more time in TNA than he did WWE. A lot of people are like, what a fucking, he's a WWE guy. Nah, bitch, he was there a decade. And with WWE, he was only there for like 6, 7 years. Like, so when you think about it, you're like, holy shit, like, that's so fucking nuts to think about. Because there's a lot of great WWE Kurt Angle moments. Homicide Hernandez, Motor City Machine Guns are in this game. Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. Um, Eric Young, who is phenomenal and super fucking underrated. Like WWE did him so dirty. Here's this group called Sanity. Let's fucking oh, it's such a great group. Oh, it's gonna be great. And then let's put bring it up to the main roster and just fucking bury you like we always do with all our talent. Fuck you, WWE. Fucking suck. This game is so good. He's a great finisher too. Oh man. It's the funny thing about this game is that I was watching TNA at the time when this game came out, and we had just like me and my brother were just playing it, and then we were watching TNA, and Suicide shows up in the fucking ring, and we're like, "What?" And he's just like, "Yeah," and he's like, ah, and like does his fucking thing, and we're like, "What the fuck?" And he starts a feud with Alex Shelley with both of Motor City Machine Guns, I believe, and Alex Shelley says in an interview, "It's like I'm not gonna be beaten up by a video game character. It's not gonna happen." And I was just like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? And some people have criticized TNA for doing that. I think it's hilariously awesome. I think it's so great that they did that. Like, what the fuck? And he's still a part of the company. The character is. At one point, he changed his name to Manic. Kind of did like a mask change to the whole ensemble, the color scheme and everything too. Um, and then Manic became Suicide once more, like a year or so ago, and now Manic is just another side of Suicide. So I don't know. It's a fun game. I haven't played the next one. I think it's called TNA Impact Cross the Line, which is the PSP version. And there's like a slightly different story or some shit. I don't know. I want to play it only because Hulk Hogan's in it, and I want to see how bad, like, or how good they try to make him be when he's really not that good. Um, Man, fuck, I love that game. And it's got the midway like Mortal Kombat sound, so when you hit someone, it's like, and they're like, oh, like, what the fuck are they doing? Oh, let's go. Like, the fuck are you doing? This is the second time Midway's made a game too, a wrestling game too. Third, maybe. They made a wrestling game with WWF back in the day, doing the whole Mortal Kombat digitizing the actors kind of thing, and I'm going down a rabbit hole right now. This TNA Impact is a fun game. If you want some dumb fun for a little bit, go ahead and try it and play it and see what you think about it. It's a good time. Uh, and it's got some of the matches that are featured in the actual show, like the Ultimate X matches in there. That's pretty cool. Um, TNA Impact, one more thing, is really cool because it separated itself from WWE by having the six-sided ring. That was always the coolest thing to me. Like, the fucking look at, they have a six-sided ring. It's an octagon. That's so badass. All right, that's it. That's my review of TNA Impact, the video game, not the show. I don't think I'll ever talk about. I was planning on talking about doing a review on SmackDown and Raw and all that, but I was like, it doesn't feel right because I haven't seen everything. I was like, I'm gonna review the '90s of Raw. I'm gonna review everything is not even on the network, and going over to Peacock, they're removing shit. It's like, what's even the fucking point, man? So that's it. You guys have a good one.